Despite being quite a small island, choosing where to stay on Koh Phi Phi can lead to having vastly different experiences. Do you want to party all night or spend your time in nature? Would you rather be by the best restaurants or the best snorkeling spots? In this Thailand travel guide, I'll break down the best areas to stay in Koh Phi Phi. Before we get started, if you would like to work with Thailand travel experts to help you plan your trip of a lifetime, get in touch through our website linked below. First of all, I want to talk about the geography of the island because this will affect greatly where you might want to stay. Koh Phi Phi, or the Phi Phi Islands, are a group of islands in the Andaman Sea. Now, the only island you can actually stay on is Koh Phi Phi Don, which is the biggest of all the islands. If you've already started to do some research on the island, I think it's important to note that you actually can't stay anywhere near some of the island's most famous locations. Places like Maya Bay, made famous from the Leonardo DiCaprio movie The Beach, and Monkey Beach lie on other islands surrounding Koh Phi Phi Don and can only be accessed by boat during the day. These areas are classed as national parks and therefore accommodation can't be built. Koh Phi Phi Don itself is a pretty unique shaped island. Most of the island is uninhabitable because of its mountainous terrain and steep cliff faces. The busiest area in terms of things to do are concentrated on this thin strip of land right here by the pier. So why am I giving you this geography lesson, you might ask? Well, because I want you to know that one, you're not Leonardo DiCaprio, so you can't stay on Maya Bay. And two, is that even though it's a small island, choosing where you stay will actually have quite a big impact on your experience because it's quite difficult to walk from place to place. Not all of the locations that I'm going to discuss in this video are easily accessible, and therefore you need to think carefully about what you want from your experience. The good news is that, somewhat surprisingly for a smaller island, is that accommodation is quite affordable, with most hotels costing between 1,500 and 2,500 baht per night. There are much cheaper options available, but also much more expensive ones if you want a luxurious experience. The 5 places that I'm going to discuss in the video are Tonsai Beach, Loh Dalum Beach, Viking Beach, Long Beach, and Lam Tong. I'm going to discuss each one in order of their distance from the pier. So I'm going to start with Tonsai Beach and end with Lam Tong. So, Tonsai Beach and pier. Like I say, this is the closest area to the pier, meaning you won't have to walk very far once you arrive on the island. Some of the other locations are about a 20-30 minute walk, but here at Tonsai Pier, you can be in your hotel within 5 minutes. This is a really cool area to sit and watch the boats come in. There's a constant stream of ferries and yachts and boats coming in all the time, so you get a really amazing view when you stay in here. The area near the pier is probably the best place on the whole island for restaurants. There's some amazing seafood restaurants by the pier and some more international restaurants a little bit further inwards. There's also plenty of decent bars here if you want to have a drink. The major drawback is that the beach isn't that nice and you can't really swim very far in it. This is because, like I say, the boats coming in and out, so it's a little dangerous, and in fact, a lot of it is blocked off for swimming. That's not the end of the world though, because Loh Dalum Beach is within 5 to 10 minutes walk of here. This area gets pretty bumping at night, so if you're the kind of person that likes an early night, this might not be the best area for you. The average price per night in the area is 1,500 baht. Loh Dalum is the area opposite Tonsai Pier. This is one of the most stunning beaches in Thailand. It has a really unique shape and the island kind of curves around the beach, so it's a really stunning sight. Because it's not far away, it has all the advantages of the pier, so great bars and restaurants. There's a lot going on here during the day. There's lots of coffee shops, lots of beach bars, and lots of water sports going on. It's slightly more pricey. The average price on this beach is about 2,000 baht, although there are much cheaper options available, which I'll get to in a minute. In general, the western side of this beach is much more chill. That's where the coffee shops and a couple of beach bars and restaurants are. On the eastern side though, it's definitely not chill. Koh Phi Phi has a reputation as a party island, and I'll show you in this video that's not exactly true. However, here at the eastern side of Loh Dalum Beach, it most definitely is. This is where all the clubs and bars are, and they're open pretty much all night, every night. I'll leave that up to you, whether that's a positive or a negative. This is also the area for party hostels, so if you want to stay in a party hostel where you can meet lots of people from around the world for a cheap price, this is the place to stay for you. If you want to know where boring farts like me like to stay, let's take a look at our next location, Viking Beach. Just about a 15 to 20 minute walk away from the pier is Viking Beach. This is the area where I like to stay. I think it's a really beautiful beach. You've got the cliff faces in the distance. It's probably one of the better beaches to watch the sunset. And it's a bit more chill, whereas by the pier it gets quite busy. Here you can kind of relax and just sit on the beach all day. That is for most of the day. If there is a problem with this beach, this is where some of the boats like to dock who do the day trip. So for most of the day, it is quite chill, and then suddenly out of nowhere, you might have 200 people turn up. But this only lasts for about 2 hours. One of the disadvantages of staying here though is that there's not a lot of bars and restaurants restaurants right on your doorstep. Luckily, it's not too far away. Most bars and restaurants can be reached in a 5 to 10 minute walk, but there's not a lot right here waiting for you. The average price to stay in this area is about 2,000 baht. So for the next items on our list, we're moving considerably further away from Tonsai Pier. So you can't easily walk there and back, and you can't as easily access the bars and nightclubs. Let's take a look now at Long Beach. Long Beach is a really beautiful beach. Again, a bit more secluded. A lot of people like to come visit Long Beach as a day trip because it's got a completely different vibe to Loh Dalum. In my opinion, a major advantage of staying here is that you have the best snorkeling spot in Thailand just off the coast, and that is Shark Point. If you stay here, I will wake up early every morning and go snorkeling at Shark Point. Because you can get there before the boats arrive, so you'll be alone with just the black-tip reef sharks that inhabit the area. There's also some really stunning starfish, eels, and tropical fish. And I think personally, it's the best snorkeling spot in the whole of Thailand. Even if you don't end up staying here, I would definitely do a boat trip that takes you here to go snorkeling. Aside from snorkeling, this is just a really cool beach. There's not loads going on, but there's still a handful of coffee shops and bars to chill out on the beach. If you want to walk to Tonsai Pier, it's about a 30-minute walk, and you will have to walk through the jungle. It is paved, but it's still not ideal to do at night. It will be dark. Otherwise, you can get on a long-tail boat and they take people to and from this beach all through the night, although you will have to pay each time you take it. This area seems to have a little bit nicer hotels, and the average price here is 3,000 baht. Final area that I want to stay is Lam Thong Beach. Now, this will be a completely different experience to all the other beaches on the island. It's by far the furthest away, right at the northeastern top of the island. So this is a considerable difference from Tonsai Pier, so you won't be getting the traditional Koh Phi Phi experience that most people do. You will, however, have one of the nicest beaches. Hotels here are considerably more luxurious, with prices ranging from 3,000 to 8,000 baht per night. So this is going to have some of the fanciest hotels on the island. Not many tourists visit here, so you will get the more secluded desert island feel, and you will have views of the other islands in the distance. If you really want to, you can hike to the main pier. It will take over an hour, and it is through the jungle. So again, wouldn't be ideal to do at night. Otherwise, you're gonna hop on a long-tail boat to get to and from the beach. Hopefully you have more information about which is the best beach for you to stay on. You may now wanna watch this video to show you how to get to the island from anywhere in Thailand. You can also check out my video of the top snorkeling spots in Thailand.